Alright, good sunny Hawke's Bay afternoon. Welcome to the Nickerson Factor. Just wanted to check in. I'm halfway through my challenge that I set myself of working 12 days. It came from the concept of that if I can take an 18-hour day and just kind of work it because you're the one who put yourself through it, then 12 hours of life will be easy. So I've taken that on, and I thought I would just try and rework it somehow. And the way that it happened, it's kind of been organised like a couple of weeks back. I saw it coming. I didn't particularly understand it, but I saw it coming, and I managed to kind of worm out kind of 12 days work, working at different things. So I work in winery from Monday to Friday, and then do a double last night at the bar, and then I go tonight at the bar, and then tomorrow I picked up work at a Saterday for the place that I work for, and they're doing like a Sundays, and it's kind of like a baby version of the bar. So you just pour wines, there's beers. It's really easy. I actually really enjoy it. It's kind of, you want to say, a simpler version of what I usually do on the weekends. It kind of sounds a bit mean, but it's yeah, I can have a lot more fun there. They're a lot more relaxed. It's a cellar door. It's a different intensity. It's a different clientele. Everyone is really relaxed. It's a Sunday, and they're in the middle of Dartmoor, so it's a good 45-minute drive out. And I mean, only the people that really get out there are kind of the ones that go, because no one's really going to go out there if they don't need to. So the guys that you pull out there are actually really cool. And I've also managed to work out that I'm working, I think it's the second Sunday I've done, and I've managed to work it out that I'm going to get paid in by wine, which A, I really enjoy, and B, it's been really intriguing working for something other than money, as I work at other places for money. And at this time around I was like, look guys, can you pay me in wine? Like that would be really cool, because I kind of need some wine. I kind of chewed out of my little wine bank that I've got. I need a bit of a top up, shall we say. And I mean, you guys could pay me, and then I could go and buy wine, or we could just cut the middle thing and I just work for some wine, and it gives me a different respect on how I work, because I'm working for wine. So it's interesting. It's yeah, I've been liking it. It's a little change. It's cool. I suppose to catch up on last night, first night at the bar with this whole new we're gonna cut down on smoking. Never said quit. I've been called out a few times. It's been good. I like it. Getting called up on it. It's nice. But yeah, I tried. It was really intense. I knew it would be hard. I knew it would be super hard, because it's there's something about it. It's just been delved in the rhythm there that I've got to find something to replace it and let it go. But it's going well. We've got a second night. Going to keep trying tonight. We're going to see how it goes. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I've finished them all. So man, if people were nice enough to give me one without giving me too much shit, that would be awesome. But you know, yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool. And I suppose a little treat to anyone that's kind of decided to put up with this little kind of yarn until the end. I thought a little bit of cocktail things in the end. So last night I did some really cool things in dry shake. I know I've covered a little bit before, but I didn't really have kind of like I hadn't made a drink with it for a while, and I found it's a real complicated. It's not complicated, but it's a different perception and understanding, I find, for a drink. So what I did last night was actually really nice. Is a guy wanted kind of like an old-fashioned, and I wasn't in the mood of making an old-fashioned. I know, so right. I've been making him drink some nose. I like an old-fashioned. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna make you an old-fashioned. I'll make you something else though. It'll be sick, man. You'll love it. So it was a 15-year Mutualism rum, and then we threw in some bit of Sailor Jerry's Kraken and a bit of Stolen Spice Rums, a bit of brown sugs and mint. And apple juice, because I know apple juice is one that goes really well with your rums, your bourbons, whiskies. A little bit. I'm not too sure. Whiskey's a bit of a harder one. I haven't done a lot of like long whiskey drinks. It's not one that's kind of usually asked for. Like I usually go towards the whiskey sours and the shorter styles. But anyway, so I did this and I dry shook it. And as always, you got to be careful with the dry shake. These things you got to understand is that because there's no ice, your drink's going to be warm. So it does need to be served over ice, unless they're happy to drink like a warm drink. I mean, some days that's not bad, man. It's not bad. But so it did have to get poured over ice. And what came out is that it's really, it changes the dimensions of your drink for the simple reason is that you're not diluting or you don't have any water in your drink. So whatever you put in your tin, it's just going to mix. And I also took the spring off the hawthorn and threw that in for some reason. I thought it would mash up the lime and just give it a wee bit of a, I don't know, extra little mix. And it turns out really strong. Like it's, he tastes it and he's like, oh, this is so strong. I'm like, wow, there is apple juice in there, and I do top it with ginger beer. But the really interesting point is just the alcohol mixing. You don't have that dilution. And then once you've done that, you actually realize how much of a factor that ice plays within a glass. And this even surprised me. Like, it had been a while since I'd played with this, and I was quite surprised because I was thinking about what I said the other day, and I was like, oh, I've really got to do something like this and just try and really kind of cover that base. And I found it fascinating. It was really cool. It turned out pretty well. I mean, brown shugs because it's dark spirits. And yeah, it was just the combination of all the rums, you know. Yeah, your 15 years, like big, dark. It's got that real kind of like depth to it. And then you start bringing in like your Sailors is a little bit more vanilla, your Kraken's a little bit more staunch. It's kind of like on the other end of the spectrum of like a more solid spice rum. And then even your Stolen's quite nice. I find it a very alcoholic, not alcoholic, but very sharp on the alcohol taste. I'm not a massive fan of it, but I've made some really good drinks. I find it's mixed really well. Like ginger ale, ginger beer, like a simple mix. I like this really well with limes, with that kind of style. So that was cool. That was really nice. And yeah, I thought I'd throw it in there as a little tidbit. And yeah, that's me for today. Nice and short. I think we're gonna go have a little nap before work. Feeling old. Have a little nap to keep myself going. And then we'll get back onto it and we'll check in tomorrow and see what's going on. But as always, be happy. Because if you can't, what the fuck is the point, my friends?